So I asked myself this morning, why is it really important for me to see God's identity more clearly? What difference does it make in my life? Hi, this is Stephen Wynn with God's Great Desire Ministries. Here in Matthew 23, Jesus pointed out that the church leaders of his day had things all out of balance. Why was that? He said, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. You blind guides, which strain at a gnat, and swallow a camel." For most of my life, I have been straining at a gnat and swallowing a camel. My life has been way out of balance, and that has been because of one thing. I've never seen God's identity as clearly as I could. I didn't even think it was important. For most of my life, I saw God as three beings, but they weren't really three beings. They were one being, but they weren't really one being. They were three beings, and my picture of God was so foggy. I had no connecting point with him. I had no way to identify him, and therefore I couldn't really know him. And so my life was way out of balance. For example, I was emphasizing the Sabbath. Now, the Sabbath is a beautiful gift, but I was emphasizing the Sabbath so much that I neglected the Lord of the Sabbath. You see, the Sabbath is holy. The seventh day of the week is holy, but it's not holy because 7 is a better number than any other number. It's holy because a holy God rested his presence in the seventh day of the week, way back at the end of creation week. And so the Sabbath is all about the Lord of the Sabbath. It's all about who God is. God is holy. And so when I started to see how God presents himself, how he presents his identity in the Bible as a real father and a real son, the other things in my life began to make sense. They began to come into balance.